Jimmy wasn't no slouch. He was putting all of the pieces together.
Mm-hmm.
When he got a clip.
And with American Gods, you saw they kicked Buddy off. Orlando, they kicked him off.
Oh yeah,
started dropping too
that's
much.
because of the character that he played. That's the worst motherfucker. That's the nigga that's gonna be telling y'all how to get y'all shit back. They didn't want that character portrayed from that level of self-control, clear, cognizant thought, and deliver such a potent message in media. It's a movie with Cicely Tyson and I think Robin Gibbons. Robin Gibbons tell her that she just don't want to be black, so she try to claim she Indian.
I know which movie you're talking about.
She ad-libbed her response.
She ad-libbed it?
Yep. That was spontaneous. That wasn't in the original script. She stood up and she said, "Look at me. My father was full-blooded Iroquois."
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then she went to give another family's message. She also ad-libbed the tail end of that family reunion movie done by Tyler Perry.
Mm.
You got to listen to it. That's a bad motherfucker.
I got to go back and watch it. I got to go. Yeah. And the crazy thing is, too, she looks just like, my mom looks just like Cicely Tyson.
Cicely Tyson was a Iroquois high priestess.
Mm. Now, we're at Iroquois. That's like Northeast, right?
Well, it's hard to say now because everybody went to fight in the Seminole Wars.
Mm.
So we all got mixed up. That's why they called us Seminoles, because all of the tribes was mixed down there. You got motherfuckers from the Tonga Islands, from the Polynesian Islands, from Venezuela, from Brazil, all the way from Canada, from Alaska, the Inuits, all sending people to fight the Seminole Wars.
Mm.
We had so much concentrated force in Florida. When they did the Louisiana Purchase, Lewis and Clark Expedition declared the land as being abandoned. That's what made them institute squatters' rights under the Protectorate Agreement in order to occupy the land until the rightful heirs reclaimed it. That's what they did. That's what that's what the whole story is about, Lewis and Clark.
Damn.
Which is also the story of Superman and Lois, because his name is Clark Kent.
Lois Lane.
Lois and Clark.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now look, Lois is the lane. That's the road, the path. Clark is the Kent. Kent is the bank. Right? The bank name is actually Old Kent Bank.
Mm.
But he ain't the rightful heir because he's not one of the Earthborn. Go back and review the story again. It got a different meaning.
That's wild.
I love me some Chief Warhorse.
I was about to say Chief Warhorse is that guy.
Yeah, her. She ain't for no games.
Oh, you know how I'm thinking about? Nothing. Go ahead. I know you're talking about, though.
Yeah, she got the
details in.
Right, because she started telling you about the paper genocide with the with the Trail of Tears and the Dawes Road Indians that they used to replace us on the reservations.
Mm. Okay, can you see this one? Nah, you probably can't. I'm gonna read it to you.
What about when the solar flares happens?
Won't everything be destroyed anyways? What's the point in saving the system?
Look, everything not gonna be destroyed.
The
solar flares is activating what was considered as junk DNA. The data was blocked out by a light lock. As we reclaim Earth, the light lock breaks free to allow the higher UVB rays to come in and activate the junk DNA, which will restore. Some of us will get total recall. I don't have total recall yet, but I got recall like a motherfucker. It's just not total recall.
Yeah, that's wild. Okay, so this was him and Dr. G's last slide. Okay,
I'm gonna tell y'all who is breaking down the solar rays. And y'all can tag him in the video. Is Kalai. Brother Kalai is the one who is explaining the UVB rays. I got a video on YouTube where he go through all of that, and then I show him the mysticism from ancient Kemet that ties to what he's talking about. Right. So to find more about the UVB rays, right, Kalai is the right. That's what Big Mama got him doing.
You know what's crazy about that? I was on the live where you was just going off, and you was like, Big Mama told me I need to get in contact with somebody named Kalai. And I was like, I was already watching Kalai's page, so I was like, let me send him this guy. Like, it's just
it was Amun Ra. And everybody started tagging him, and he ain't know what was going on. Right. Yeah, but it took a minute for him to observe where I was coming from before he would communicate back. Right. But once we talked
in the 5D.
Yeah. So once he seen where I was coming from, then he was like, "Oh, I need to talk to this brother." And then Uncle Shiz hooked it up where we could have a conversation, because a lot of people was trying to, that internet motherfucking social media fake beef shit. When motherfucker say he beefing with you, and then he tell you you beefing with him, and y'all, neither one of y'all don't know it. I didn't know we were supposed to be beefing. So the only way that I could, right. So the best thing to do as a man is have a conversation with another man to find out if y'all really beefing. And when we had the conversation, he's, went through the sun, melanin connection with the UVBs and all of this, the solar flares, the effect on the earth. And I got a video from a couple years ago where I'm talking about all of the Egyptian description of everything he was talking about. And so when he got done, I say, if you don't mind, I'd like to go over what you were saying and show him how it ties into the metaphysics of Egypt. So then I went over it, and then we started having a conversation. But that's where we was chopping the game up. Yeah. So y'all follow that brother Kalai, because he on point with the UVB rays and whatnot. He that's what he do.
And he really about it though too. He be walking up on police officers like he ain't got no fear in his heart.
No, he ain't. Look, only reason I don't do that, because I'm a little bit more extreme than he is by nature. If I walk up on them motherfuckers, it's not gonna turn out as smooth. We're gonna have a whole different conversation, and they not gonna like it, and I'm not gonna give a fuck, which is gonna make the situation worse. His self-control level is to the point where he can go confront them like that and talk to them like that. My self-control level is if I want to stay away from them motherfuckers before I give it to them.
That's because you're a Scorpio, fam. That's how we get. We don't show no emotion, because if we do, it's about to go the fuck up.
Yeah.
We nonchalant, because if them emotions do come to the top, it's a wrap for you.
They asked about the Joe Biden Bible at the swearing.
Whatever.
Yeah, that was actually not a Bible, but a family grimoire. It might have been a grimoire / Bible, but it's a family grimoire. So whatever family his allegiance is to, that's whose book that was.
Yeah, that's what they were saying, was a family Bible, but make that connection with the grimoire. Let's keep that one out of here. All right, so Paige again. She said, Rod and Taj need to do another live, because Taj agrees with you, Rod, but he still told them to address the living man or woman, because they can rebut an oral declaration despite us needing to go back to it. Okay, so they can rebut just us orally declaring whatever we want to declare, despite us
Right.
needing to go back to our oral traditions.
Okay. Well, we got to get Taj a chance to finish digesting the Indigenous Rights Act, because once he do, they surrendered. They tapped out. That's the note on the table that the hooker leaves saying, or that you leave the hooker when you say, here's $20. Right. So they're like, here go your shit back. We leaving. Good knowing you. It was nice occupying your territory. Soon as y'all figure out who y'all is, y'all already back in charge. So the Indigenous Rights Act. So he's still going over that information that's been presented to him on the new. He got to have a chance to digest it in order to finish giving the instructions. Right. And when he's talking about the flesh and blood living man that you need to talk to, you can't talk to that motherfucker because he hiding. He hiding. He don't want to be seen. He hiding. So you can't address him. I can't walk up to that motherfucker and put his ass on notice in his face, like what she's talking about. Right? Because he's going to hide. And he's going to put a whole bunch of people in front of him as decoys. And this is why we had to go about it by exercising the blood rights and the hereditary rights to reclaim the land and restore the land. Right? So when they left us the note, yeah, it was nice fucking over y'all. But y'all probably didn't know that all of these things belong to you already. We just telling you right here because we on our way out the door. That's what the Indigenous Rights Acts are. It's the cessation or the secession or the ceding of the position by the imposters and the invaders to the rightful jurisdiction. So now we just have to exercise our oral traditional jurisdiction. Right? But as he goes over the paperwork, you will see that his instructions will start to be more specific. And then he gonna get to the point where he gonna say, this the nigga right here you need to be confronting. And whoever that nigga is probably got on the ship some goddamn wearing dip.
Got on up out of here.
But Paige Flowers, she on top of it. She know exactly what I'm talking about. And she done been at war with the Dirty Moors too, so.
Oh, word.
Yeah. So and she got audio of the motherfucker telling her about the bodies they buried.
What?
Man, look here. Them sisters, when they get the information and act on it, it ain't the same as me acting on it. I'm just gonna point you to them. They gonna make them motherfuckers confess.
It's a whole different breed.
Yeah, and she ain't for no games.
Nah, I caught y'all live. Y'all did together.
She bought her business. When she ain't, when we first did that live, the first live we did together, she didn't know what I was talking about. You know what she did? She went behind me to double check. And she just flat out came back up and she was like, look, I might not agree with everything the brother say, but this part right here, he knew exactly what he talking about. And then she go back, because this is this, and this is this, and this happened, and this happened, and these motherfuckers did this, and these motherfuckers did that, and I see it right here just like you see it. Right? So ain't nobody supposed to be 100% right. That's why we read the error when we understand in wisdom. Right? Because you're going to make errors. So the error in the law of efficiency applied is telling you something on a Freudian slip. Right. And that's how you see beyond what's on the surface. Like, let's say it's 10 of us outside in the front porch and we all talking about dogs. Right? All of a sudden, one of us in the middle of talking about a dog say we need to duck the shotgun. Nigga, look for this nigga coming with the shotgun. Because we probably going to hear the dogs bark right before he show itself. The Freudian slip just told us he was coming. That's an example of how it worked. We weren't talking about shotguns. We was talking about dogs. But the Freudian slip was worrying about the shotgun. It could have been a dog named Shotgun, but he didn't make that clear to everybody in the circle.
Right.
Right? So now we looking for the shotgun. Lo and behold, here come a motherfucker coming through the motherfucking between the houses with a shotgun. And now we all ready because we read the error as a message.
Right.
What's this? What part does the Galactic Council play in
Our liberation.
If we don't do our part, they ain't gonna play no part.
Get back, get back, get back.
Right? But if we do our part, they're gonna make sure that it's enforced from a galactic perspective.
Right. How bad, famo? This you let the cat out the back door. This man and caught a rat and broke his neck. I gotta take him out. This little guy gone.
The cat caught a rat.
Hey. That must be some type of sign, huh?
Hey, yeah, definitely a sign. What color is your cat?
Black.
Okay.
There you go. You had him outside? Yeah, she was in here panicking, that's why.
Well, you know, women don't really care for them rodents too much.
Right.
Unless they grow up playing with them as part of their, you know, their culture.
Mm-hmm. Let me go ahead and wash these hands real quick. Right. Somebody. Now I'm gonna be thinking about that shit all night. Cause the other day, my bad, maybe you can't hear. Because the other day, I got another sign from Spirit. Like Hawks is one of my totems, and I see him everywhere I go. And the other day, I'm driving down the road, and a hawk swooped in front of the car with a rabbit. He didn't caught a rabbit, and he like Rod. When I tell you I had to brake because I was about to hit the hawk and the rabbit, like dead ass, I had to brake. And I'm like, okay, that's God telling me it's time to strike. It's time to do what I'm supposed to be doing. But man, these little messages be coming now. As soon as you tap in, it's like they come nonstop.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing: everything is a message, but we don't read everything as a message.
Mm-hmm. That's real. Ain't no coincidences. I see it in everything now to the point where I be feeling like paranoid. I be like, come on now, you can't think of everything. Got to be symbolism.
Well, stop telling yourself that, because that's where the paranoia comes from. If you go back to Elijah Muhammad said there's been thousands and thousands and thousands of signs. This shit is about to be a wrap. Elijah Muhammad said that back in the 60s. Right? So how many more signs has been given to us since then? So it's a lot of signs that we haven't been reading. We just been letting them go past, trying to fit into the society that was designed to oppress us.
Yeah, put a cage on my mind, basically. Because once I remove that prison of a thought process, then I'm able to really tap in and allow that to become a part of my intuition. But sometimes, you know, like I said, because I'm like, damn, that can't be a sign. Because like literally, it's like all that numbers on top of that. It's like numbers to the point where I don't even look up the meaning of numbers anymore because I know them all by heart.
So that's when you start using numerology and gematria in real time, and that even fines tune the message. So the message becomes easier to assimilate when you understand what numbers mean. Because this is why you wear a watch. This is why you're supposed to wear a watch. We got cameras on our phone. Clocks on our phone now, because the every second of the day is a new set of numbers. Think about that. Every second of the day is a new set of numbers. And those same numbers several times a day are anagrams of one another. Those are what you call connection points, right? So 24 hours in a day, but 12 months in a year,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they say it's 1 day to the year. That means it took a whole year for it to happen. So in 12 and 24 is 36, and 3 and 6 is 9, and that's the turnaround.
Right. And 12 is 3. 24 is 6. And you add them together, then you get 9.
Yep.
Damn.
It got to be able to work frontwards and backwards in order for it to fit into an accurate read. Right? So the 369 is a code. It's a universal code for turning something around, or when you get to what we call 3-point convergence, that's GPS. So you need 3 points of convergence in order to get past the 2-point coincidence factor. Anything more than 2 is no longer coincidence. That means that, pay attention, this is a real sign. Right? That's how GPS need 3 points of convergence to get you to your location.
What do they call it?
Triangulation.
Triangulation. There it is.
So that's why when you see, like when I watch a tarot card reader, I can read more into the cards than she reading, because I'm starting with how long did it take her to do this read? What do those numbers mean? Okay. Now, what's the title of the spread? Right? Because that's the theme. That's the mission statement. Right? So the mission, under the mission statements, is the details of the mission. Right? We call it the question and answer, or the query and the response. The universe is telling us something. We use an oracle means to focus the energy in, like lights going through a magnifying glass, until we can explain clearly what it is that we see. The more things that we know the meaning of, the more accurate we can get an oracle read. That's what this question right here, the answer to that is, that was before the
I can't talk to you how I can talk to them, and then let the people who are close to you relay it to you. You got a problem with me, so let me call a man. Since you don't respect me enough to talk to me like a woman, I'm gonna call a man and you talk to him like that. I bet you won't. He got an attitude. He stormed off. It was crazy. But I see what you said about all skin
Did he
folks and
snap
skin
his
folks.
fingers? Did he snap his fingers in
No,
the
he did
zigzag
this.
motion
He
on
was
his
doing
way
this. He was doing this. No, this. But I'm like, are you clapping at me? I'm like, yeah, no, what you got to do is stop talking to me like you crazy, boy. I was like, I'm going to call a guy and you can talk to him. He's like, no, I'm going to call my sisters. I'm like, okay, you go and do that. All skin folks, not kin folk, and they showing their colors. If you listen close, even the women that aren't on your side, they show their colors immediately. It's not a compliment to tell anybody that, oh, I'm jealous of that. Like, that's not a compliment. You speak.
Soon as I hear the word jealous, it's a red flag to me. Dirty motherfuckers is on their way.
Pretty much. That's my question. The Pope in China, why is he in jail? Did you hear that? The Pope? Yeah, one of the popes, one of the priests, like one of their grand priests is in jail.
Probably for being a fag. Probably touching on little boys. I don't know. I didn't see nothing about it. But 9 out of 10, if they true to form, he probably was touching on one of them little Japanese boys over there, and to keep the Yakuza and the samurai from beheading his motherfucking ass, they decided to lock his punk ass up, dress wearing son of a bitch.
I cannot. Okay, next question is, I am going about my tribe. Now, am I doing this because I'm trying to elect a leader? I don't feel like I have learned my craft enough to lead. So how many people should be in my matriarch? to begin with. I don't want it to be too many. Right now, I have 4, and I feel like that's not a good number. I want it either 3, 6, or 9. What's a good number?
You already said you don't need me to answer it. You just got to accept the answer for yourself that you gave yourself, which is going to make you be more powerful than if I give you a number.
Okay.
You got, look, Big Mama be talking to y'all, and y'all be second guessing her. I don't second guess her. I know when she's talking to me. So look, listen to your heart. When you feel something, trust what you feel to guide you correctly. And the one thing about it, you are not allowed to lie to yourself for one reason. You don't know you fucking lying. So when you tell yourself you need the right answer, you got to give yourself the right answer. And you got to give yourself the time to let your higher self put the pieces together. And then you'll be going about your day and an answer occur to you with the reason.
Okay.
Right? So your power is the palm chakras. That's why they have you hold hands in church.
Okay.
Because the palm chakras, but you're not holding hands properly in the church in order to get the maximum effect of the chakra alignment. Because the fingers are supposed to be interlocked like this and not the hands closed together like this. And the reason you interlock in the fingers is you have meridians at each fingertip. And then on the back of the hand, there's meridians that correspond to that. And then you got to chop one badass motherfucker. But let me tell you what they do to this brother.
Yeah.
Right? They take Patrice Lumumba out in the woods, assassinating and bury him, right?
Uh-huh.
You see the picture that he's pointing at the screen?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah. They went and dug him up. And the French general that dug him up, he said he was terrified because he raised his finger like that, as if he was giving his troops one last command.
Damn.
Now, when I was growing up, what made him so memorable to me is he looked exactly like my Uncle Jake.
Mm-hmm.
And my Uncle Jake wasn't for no games. He'd beat a motherfucker ass.
Mm-hmm. You look like a dude.
All right, now, when they killed him, they also had America wasn't behind the murder of Stephen Biko.
Mm-hmm.
Pull him up so they can see. These people we need to know about. When they're talking about Pan-African studies, this is the kind of stuff they're talking about because it all ties back. They killed him. This was South Africa's Malcolm X. Bad man right here. Went for no games. He the one that told Mandela he better strap up. And after they killed him, that's when they captured Mandela. And because Mandela was on his way to Kenya to meet with somebody called the Kikuyu tribe.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Kikuyu tribe is known for their Mau Mau. Pull Mau Mau up next. M-A-U, M-A-U, 2 words. Put Kenya behind. You see that brother standing right behind Jomo Kenyatta on the last picture at the top?
Right here?
Yeah, click that picture.
All right.
He was the field general. I always forget his name. This is the guy that Jomo Kenyatta sold out when he gave his position away to the invaders.
Mm-hmm.
You see, with his dreadlocks?
Yeah, dude with the Willow's Peak.
Mm-hmm. He was the leader of the Mau Mau rebellion against the
just like them Dirty Moors.
Nah, he wasn't no Dirty Moor. The Dirty Moor is the nigga standing on there with the kufi on.
Oh, this nigga right here.
That nigga. That's Jomo Kenyatta. He became the head of Kenya.
Okay.
He sold out the resistance. The guy standing next to him put Jomo Kenyatta in power, and he was the leader of the resistance.
Mm-hmm.
So when Jomo Kenyatta got in power, he made deals with the Europeans to end the conflict. And part of the deal was that he would give them the position of the stronghold of the Mau Mau.
Oh, hell no. We ain't going out like that.
Now, scroll down a little bit. It's a book on the Mau Mau, so they can see what book to read about the Mau Mau rebellion.
You see it?
It's another one that was next to it, too. Okay, so now the Mau Mau, right? That was in Kenya. Right? Keep that in mind. Kenya is the land of Anpu.
Okay, go ahead.
You know who Anpu is, right?
No, I don't. It's like I heard the name, but I can't put it to nobody right now.
You heard it. That's Anubis.
Oh, okay. I know who. You said Anubis. Okay, I know who it is.
Right, but it's really called the land of the jackal.
Okay, they were just explaining it just a minute ago in that video.
Right, and then we was talking about the jackal in Rosemary's Baby. The jackal was the baby's father. Then we was talking about in the Omen how the jackal was the baby's father, but he was buried over in Israel. Right, and the Omen is the story about the Antichrist.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, so while you getting your Pan-African studies, these is the people that tell you that the enemies look like us, but they not us. Frantz Fanon. Can you type that in?
Yeah.
Franz Fanon. Right? He in another part of Africa, I think he was in Sierra Leone, fighting the liberation struggle there, or either in Algiers. I can't remember which one.
What his name is again?
Man, you forget his name. France, Franz, and then his last name is Fanon, Fanon.
Okay, that was the right guy. A white
No,
one?
that's not. No. Put in blackface white mask. Just take that out and put in blackface white mask. Check with the audience, young girl, to see how they doing over there. Make sure we ain't boring them.
Yeah, it's almost time. We already over the time already, but it's all good.
See that black and white book right there with the writing on it?
Yeah.
Click on that. You see the name, Frantz Fanon? All right. And there's another one, a guy named Walter Rodney. Walter Rodney was a psychiatrist. Now we talking Pan-Africanism. You see what the title of that book is? Black Skin, White Mask.
Walter what?
Rodney, Rodney.
He from Africa?
Yep.
He looked like the other dude just showed us.
Different guy.
No, but they look like they could probably be like,
you see where it got a quote of him at right there? Get the one with the quote on it. Because he be saying some dope ass shit.
All right, I got it. Yeah, we already over the time limit though, so
yeah, I'm just gonna show them up what the people look like we're talking about.
Okay, I got you.
Right. So this in the Pan-African studies, and they giving us all of the issues that they face with over there to match to the issues we face with over here, and then make adjustments for the cultural difference between the two. They tell us that we from over here, and that the motherfuckers that's invading them are the same people invading us.
Wow.
So this is what the Garvey confraternity was all about. Organic people of the land from all over the planet been here the whole time. But it was somebody that don't have a homeland nowhere on the planet. That means they don't belong here.
Exactly.
Right? Because even nomads is native to a part of the land.
Exactly.
if they earthborn, right? So these people go everywhere we at. They come in, sow seeds of dissension, turn one against the other, and then they stand back like they didn't throw the rock. And while we get to fighting, they come offer us a solution for a fee. And when they offer us a solution, they leave a condition that was worse than it was when they came. Right? So the last guy we're going to look up is Maurice Bishop. Y'all need to be familiar with who he is, since we're talking about greats. He's from the Caribbean, from Grenada. The CIA assassinated him in around 83.
Hey, spell his name.
Maurice, Maurice. Last name Bishop, Bishop.
Yeah, you were talking about this dude on one of the other tapes. I got a picture of him too.
You see him standing there with Castro?
Yeah.
Yeah. American CIA, the CIA had him hit. They joined with a rogue faction over there and took him out of power because he built the first international airport in Grenada. He built it.
Yeah.
That was part of what he was doing to bring in and galvanize the economy of Grenada. America couldn't stand him. Go listen to some of his speeches.
Okay. He wanted them to sell. America wanted him to sell his people out.
Yeah, he was tired of the sellout shit. He was just grassroots rose to the prominence, took over. Right? And CIA had him killed, had him murdered in a coup. They established a coup and had him murdered.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Let's scroll through. We're gonna take we take about 3-4 questions out and wrap it up.
All right. Let's see what y'all got, man. Somebody said, what makes you synthetic?
Which I don't get the question.
Me neither. Let me find another one. It says to a little point in most of the characters dead. Hey, if you got your questions, drop them in the chat.
So we taking about 3 or 4 questions. Y'all hope y'all got some good ones. We can take a couple questions before we wrap this one up. This is the water and the fire. This is how these motherfuckers flood us out or burn us out. You know what I'm saying? This is how they all over the world, they got their hands in everybody else's dirt. They pay money to set other governments up, but they won't take care of the people in the government that they're supposed to be operating on the behalf of.
Thanks.
They telling us history in the method, in the manner to make us believe that we the victors when all the time we the victims. So once we realize that they told us the history upside down and backwards, we could flip that shit around, turn it back upside right, and then we could see it for what it is. We ain't come on no motherfucking slave ships. That don't make no motherfucking sense. Why would you bring 300 million motherfuckers from Africa when you got 300 million motherfuckers here already? That just doesn't make sense. The motherfuckers ain't never been accused of being goddamn fools. They know that that doesn't make economic sense. If you can get your motherfucking POWs to do the work, and then later on you can use that as a victim position to keep them motherfuckers subservient. We call that post-traumatic slave disorder. It's actually post-traumatic POW disorder, prisoner of war. It's Stockholm syndrome that was instituted using Pavlovian response and motherfucking Skinner boxes. Keep your motherfucking mind numb. So now we just showing bits and pieces of the puzzle to the people so the people can see that we know what we're talking about when we tell you these motherfuckers came over here with bad intentions for us. And now we know who the fuck we is. We can then redeem ourselves from the oppressor's oppression. You ain't gonna never get out of this shit unless you figure out that you have to divorce yourself from the motherfucking system. You got to walk off everything, leave this motherfucker hanging. Because what we got coming on the heels of this shit, everything gonna be restored with honor and dignity, ain't none of this shit gonna be able to stand if the motherfuckers ain't treated right. Each one teach one, we all gonna reach some. So what you seeing in the motherfucking questions, Elder? Anybody got something
somebody
on
asked
that?
you, could you break down, you know anything about the brother Simeon Toko?
Oh,
Right
from Africa.
yeah.
Watch his videos. He here. He takes off for himself.
This way
You got to learn how to pay attention to what people put people energy. How sincere are they versus what's an agenda? I ain't got no agenda. I ain't asking nobody for no money. I ain't asking nobody to come do nothing for me. I'm just on here giving free knowledge out and showing y'all where to look for critical pieces. That brother over there, if he talking about the same one I'm thinking about, because it could be talking about a different one, but that brother over there, he's saying what the fuck he said. He not backing down, and he know what's going on. He evicting the imposters off the land over there. So we ain't gotta always speak on everybody that's doing the work. Help a motherfucker out.
Right.
It's more people doing the work than I can mention, and sometimes I be getting two people crossed when I'm on a different pattern, on a different path. But I think you're talking about the brother that always be wearing the red, that be over and be doing all of the political speeches in Africa.
I got a picture of him on the screen.
Huh?
I got a picture of him on the screen.
Click that. Okay, I'm not familiar. Oh, that's the dude that they said was the Black Jesus from
the magic tricks and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, they said that they chopped him up into pieces and took his parts, different parts of the world, set him on fire, and then he came back and said, "Y'all ain't ready for me yet."
Yeah, on some get high shit.
Yeah, I thought he was talking about that political leader over there. Now I know he's talking about.
Yeah, he talking about Simeon Toko, the dude that my homeboy from Africa. He told me he used to like turn into a pimp.
This story not a secret. This story not a secret. This shit been known since it happened.
They balled him, threw him on a plane.
Yeah, they chopped his body up. Look, they killed him, chopped his body up on the plane, chopped his body up, sent him on planes to different parts of the world, then burnt up the body parts. And then he came right back and told them, "Y'all ain't ready for me yet. I'm gonna have to lead so y'all learn how to live like me." There's a guy in India named Babaji. Same thing, except he's from India. And Babaji just means the old soul or the ancient one or the ancient soul or the ancient father. Baba is father. G mean great father. Right? If you put Babaji in there, you will see he's sitting cross-legged with long stringy hair.
Hey, spell it.
Babaji.
Yeah, right here's one. Man,
it's on the second row. Well, not even second. It's on the second row. Not them. That's him right there. To the left of that. To the left of that. Where you go way down there for? Was one. Go back the other way.
This way.
We just passed it again. No, not him. The one that's a drawing.
Oh, drawing right here.
Yeah, that's the drawing of him. And scroll back over. It was another one on that same row at the end. That's another drawing of him.
Okay.
But he still appeared to people, been appearing to people for thousands of years in India. He can embody and disembody at will. So the science behind dematerialization is and your spirit body, your light body, can separate from your physical body, right? When you get to the destination that your light body can travel instantly, it doesn't need it doesn't need time to travel through space like a physical body.
Mm-hmm.
So while he in that meditative state like that, he can bilocate is what it's called, and go to the other location where he need to be at, and then draw the atomic energy to him using the science of magnetism and create a synthetic filament of a body around him where he'll look and feel real, but he can disappear at a moment's notice.
Mm-hmm.
This is a science of bilocation. Only the greatest of masters, he's one of the few that can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Kind of like a Jesus figure in the Hindu culture or something.
No, he ain't nothing like Jesus. He probably slapped Jesus.
He probably slapped the shit out of Jesus.
No, Jesus is ISIS. Motherfuckers don't know that though, so we ain't gonna spoil their motherfucking day. They think Jesus is a man. That's how they know all the motherfuckers that they be saying is the fake Christ. Lying, because the Christ is a woman. Jesus is ISIS.
Yeah, I like the way that sound.
So now,
I'm about to.
Yeah. So, what other questions you see in there?
All right, we'll take one more, man, before we get out, man, because my body's shitting it down because I've been up for so long, since 5 o'clock. Okay, what do you think about Thomas Sankara? Let's say his last name. Oh yeah, we gonna have the masses of risk being carried out. Yes. Somebody said, shout out Fourth Elder. He said they have the mass arrest being carried out where they're taking the niggas to Guantanamo Bay.
Look, that's a good question. All that shit gonna come out, but you know what we gotta do right now? Kanye dragging the beast out, y'all. This nigga got the beast by the horns. The dirty Moors that we've been trying to get out to come out in the open, Kanye beat on their door. He got to first expose the imposter pale skin Jews, the liar Kohanes and them motherfuckers. Then he got to get out of their contractual obligations. He did that. Now he going at their throat. We got to support Kanye because this gonna trigger whether we on the same page or whether we still don't see what's going on. Right? So the hashtag is Jay is right or Kanye is right. That's it. Just hashtag that shit. Make sure you put it in the motherfucking comments.
Kanye is right.
Hashtag Kanye right or hashtag Jay is right.
They banning him because they say his lyrics is too rough. I said Kanye lyrics too rough.
Look, I did about 10 posts today. 4 of those posts had a clip of Kanye and they gave me restrictions for all of them.
Damn.
So the people need to be aware that they trying to see if we gonna support Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
Like they support each other when they trying to step on one of our people's neck to keep us from helping each other.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Remember, Kanye was on there. He said Tupac once told me, "Don't go to war till you get your money right." He said, "I got my money right, so now it's time to go to war."
Yeah. But they taking his money.
But for those who ain't watching, right, they don't want to do business with Kanye.
Yeah.
But what Young Thug telling you? I got some acres over here. You can put your school for free, nigga. Put your stores for free.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It gotta be a stand up and support one motherfucker. He the spearhead. He the one finna pierce the devil's armor.
Uh-huh.
So we got to start showing support for Ye in the motherfucking social media world for real. Because they use the algorithms of the social media to determine if they are we going to let them snuff him out?
Yeah, right.
Are we going to let them kill another one? That they're trying to set him up so they can murder him. Yeah. But he keep moving, they can't get him lined up.
Mm-hmm.
He's smarter than they thought he was.
That's
So
right.
now they don't know what to do. He got his foot on the gas. We gotta support his move. We gotta back his play.
Right.
You know? And that's one of the big things that we need to take away from the fire and the water. That water that's drying up in the Mississippi, in the Gulf, that shit coming back.
Right.
That shit coming back. Trust me, that shit coming. It has to come back.
Yeah. It
It's the
can't
law of
go.
physics. It has to come back because what you're not realizing is the reason why it's drying up is something that's pulling the water to the equator.
Right.
That means it is something massive in our solar system.
Numeral.
But they say the Earth is flat and it ain't no outer space. These motherfuckers coming from somewhere.
Yeah, them motherfuckers that say the world is flat, they pretty much their brain is flat, so they can't go, you know.
Well, I don't go down. I don't get down on them because they, you know, this is the reason why. At the close of the age, every paradigm got to be challenged.
That's why I said.
Every paradigm. That's why the gender contract is even challenged. That's why you got all of this homosexuality promotion going on because they challenging the gender contract. But the gender contract is going to give way to the law of nature that say that you need a man and a woman to have a baby. Because the survival of the species is inherently predicated upon reproduction. And we come back to our children. So if they coming up, if all of the dudes turn gay, what the women gonna do? How they gonna just go to parthenogenesis and eliminate the Y chromosome? It don't need to be here. If we gonna be fucking each other, we don't need no Y chromosome then. They wasted their time creating a man if that's what it is. Think about it. It's scientifically rational. If the women chose to have men incarnate on Earth to give them companionship and protection, and we start falling in love with each other and disregard the women, where do the motherfucker got to be born through? I ain't never heard of no two men giving birth to no baby.
Exactly. Test tubes like Ash Dark Man.
I'm just saying. So, they challenging the gender contract because if the gender contract doesn't become challenged at the close of the age, then nobody's in the gender unions by free will. The gender union would be free will if nobody wanted to be the gender that they were. It's not free will no more at that point. This is a free will universe. So the challenge, the gender contract is to determine if everybody want to maintain the law of gender. Do we keep that shit or do we take that shit out of the motherfucking creation field so that everybody can go back to a single gender?
Right.
I think I like women too much.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be one.
No. I like those changes. I like things the way it is, you know, like, you know.
Right. But they have to challenge the contract though.
The shoe men contract.
Yep. Shoe men was the reversion of the frequency, and that's what caused the men to even be attracted to each other.
Yeah. What you saying, man, that's some high power shit. I'm telling you, man. I'm so sleepy right now. We can
wrap it up, Elder, unless you got something else you want to ask.
No, I'm pretty much good. I like you pretty much you said a lot tonight, man. Like this tape gonna have to be watched 2 or 3 times again to suck the little key points out of it. But I pretty much got a synopsis of everything you said, and you gave me more fuel to go off of. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm about to get ready to get out, man. We appreciate you for coming on, Rod. Like I say, I dropped the Cash App in the links if you want to show brother Rod some love. Like I say, you don't do it for money. If you want to show him some love, we drop the Cash App in the links, baby. You better get ready to get up out of here, man. Peace and love, hotel, shalom. You know what I'm saying? Harmony, divine love, or should throughout the universe to all. All right, peace, Rod. We'll get with you. We're gonna do another one, man. We're gonna get with you, bro.
All right, peace,
All
guys.
right, peace.
That's why they come out. This is one of the number one channels.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. They get to our people, like he got like over 300,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
So like if that shit get out, you'd have put that tape. That shit would have been crazy.
Well, we already got the information out.
Yeah. Hey, I got that thumbnail loaded up on him. And we're gonna be posting the brother Rod Hayes Cash App and the links. If you and we're gonna pin it. If you want to get down and show the brother some love, because we about to get this shit cracking. We about to unleash the cracking, man. Let me switch to this laptop that we could go. I got everything set up. We got 90 people in here so far. 101. We'll give them a couple more minutes to get in here. I'm almost set up.
Give them a couple more minutes.
Yeah, get set up. Get your popcorn. You know, load it up on your big screen in your living room. You know, we're about to get ready. Hey, class is in session. We all, hey, you know how we get there. Class is in session. Hold on, let me switch to this. There we go. Oh yeah,
I know you better go in on this joint. Hold on, let me share my screen. Oh, I'm gonna make you the host too. So if you want to share your screen, you're gonna be able to share your screen too, though.
Mm-hmm.
If you want like so you didn't do that, you'll be good.
Well, let's just hope I don't have to.
Yeah, you might not have to. I can do all of it on my end, but like if it's something that, you know, we got to crack a code or something, you know what I'm saying? We got I know your file start right here. We'll give them a couple more minutes to get in this joint before we get cracking this joint. Oh yeah.
If you notice, most of the references I sent you this time is books.
Yeah. Some of them I got. Some of the book. I got the white server too. I think the North Carolina joint. That's the one that 12 told me to order.
Look, one of my history teachers in junior high school was the first one to tell me that pale skins was the slaves before the so-called African American.
Mm-hmm.
So I told him he was lying. She teachers in junior. So then he came and showed me a couple of different books that wasn't curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "This is not a secret. You say you just don't know because they don't want you to know." I was going to a 99.5% Caucasian school. So when he said it.
In Chicago?
No.
Oh.
This was in Grand Rapids. It was right outside Grand Rapids at a place called Wyoming Park.
Oh, yeah.
I went to an all-pale school for elementary in Grand Rapids. And then we moved to Pontiac, and it was a mixed school.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got to junior high school, my mom would send me to go live with my sister in Wyoming, Michigan. So I could go to school over there because I was getting in trouble in school down here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what made me go to school up there. I only went for like long enough to play football. Football season was over. I was moving back home. But he was the first one to tell me about him. And then when I did my own research, LeBron Bennett mentioned him in Before the Mayflower, being coming over here as indentured servants and bond servants, which mean a slave, when they first came. Who do you think the Pilgrims was?
Right.
How do you think they paid for their way over here if they was poor and destitute as they told us?
Right.
They promised the indentured servants services to the ones who brought them over here And the ones who came over as bond servant came over because their so-called master got kicked out.
Yeah.
So we're going to just be looking at the covers of these books so that the people listening can do their own research and find out that exactly what I'm telling you. I know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The paddy wagon used to be to round up the Irish that escaped from their servitude. If they came over and didn't honor the contract, notice the contract came up.
Mm-hmm.
They did a contract of service to come over here. And in the contract of service, if they didn't agree, they just dipped. Why did they stop using pale faces for service over here?
Yeah, why?
You can't push an agenda called white supremacy, and then the ones you bringing over here to be superiors in bondage.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It takes us back to Django. Samuel L. Jackson owned the house.
Go ahead.
That's why he was always the nigga in the house that told the white folks what to do. All slave movies, Roots, all of them, all there is a slave in the house that's telling the slave master what to do. And the slave from the field better not try that shit. And you wonder why we don't like house niggas. It ain't that we don't like house niggas. It's just that them niggas own the house. And nobody ain't want to tell us. So the title of this book is called White Cargo. Right? What's the name of the next one? See that? America's Forgotten Slaves, the history of Native American slavery in the New World and the United States. Now, this one I put in there for a different reason.
Mm-hmm.
Because slavery wasn't allowed on this land over here. Right? If you read enough Native American history, you'll know it. Because the white man, the so-called white man that's writing, their history is telling us that they don't approve of slaves on their land. Our customs and tradition, you couldn't have a slave. You could have somebody to take in and help them get on their feet and send them about their merry way.
Mm-hmm.
But you wasn't allowed to have a slave. We didn't believe in that shit over here. That's why we ain't had no prisons. We ain't need none. Now all of a sudden we need them. What we need them for? Next. So now they try to say Cherokee had slaves and all these other just bullshit. All right, this, you see at the bottom it say blacks in colonial Latin America. They talking about the servants. They're not talking about the ones who came over here as conquistadors. They the ones came enslaving people. But when you look at the cover, the picture, blow the picture up and see what they're doing in the picture. Now remember, you're supposed to be slaves and servants in the Caribbean. How many pale faces you see?
Maybe one.